So there are some days that you just wake up and you just feel like you don't want to stand up from where you are, but there is a need for you to rise no matter what. The only time you can rest is when you're in the grave. Yeah, that's the only time you can rest. So today, ensure that you rise from where you are and take action. You need to take action concerning your life. You need to take action concerning your businesses. You need to take action concerning your children. You need to take action concerning everything that is surrounding you, because the grass is not greener at the other side except it's being watered. Any grass you see that is green somewhere else, somebody watered it. So water your grass where you are. Do something meaningful with your life. Do something meaningful with the people that you love. Do something every day, every day. Make it a point of duty to make life a better place for everybody around you and for yourself. Remember, what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. But before you make it happen for others, you yourself, you must be prepared yourself. And how do you get prepared yourself? Is by getting prepared yourself. There is no other better way to get prepared than to get prepared. What do you intend to do? For instance, how much do you want to make? How many relationships do you want to build? Go get it. Before you do it, make sure you create an atmosphere on yourself to be happy with yourself. And that's where energy comes in. Because if you don't have the right energy, the right motivation, you might just be doing things in a way that will not bring out results. So energy plays active role in your life if you're going to excel in life. No wonder Jesus told the disciples, he told them, stay here until you're endued with power from on high. Because if you're going to make impact in this world, you need to have a lot of power, a lot of motivation, a lot of positivity, a lot of strong vibes, a lot of strong aura, because there is so much death and negativity in the world. So much, so much, so much. So what do? You rise up with faith. You rise up with the ability to know that you're making it. You're going to make it. You rise up with the ability that you're going to make things happen in your life. Because when you make things happen in your life, it goes around the people all around you. It spreads like wildfire. So how do you get to that point? Before the end of this video, I'm going to really show you so many steps on how to go about it. But I'm going to tell you step by step. But at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you the last thing that you're going to do to sum it all. Because as you are right now, you are that star that must shine in your family. And how do you do it? How do you do it? You don't start with strategy, because strategy will not help. You don't start with how you're going to do it, because when you start with the how you're going to do it, you have not really dealt with the other things that require the how. Yeah, because strategy or the plan cannot work without the other forces that guide them. That's why Jesus told the disciples, he says, tarry until you're endued with power from on high. So you see, before the strategy comes, you need to change your story, because the mindset really affects everything. The mindset, the story. What do you tell yourself? What do you see about yourself? The next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 15 years, the next 3 months. What do you want to achieve? How do you want to get there? Because most of the time, people have issues bringing their destination to their present situation. That gap, if you can draw it to come closer, and that's what I'm going to show you. By the end of this video, you're going to get so much. I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel and share these videos, because they will help you. Share to as many people that you can share them with, and click on the notification button. Anytime I post a video, let it come to you, because it will help you. These are scriptural principles that have worked. It has worked for me. And that's why I'm sharing it with you, because it will also work for you. Look, I used to be just like that, just mere nothing going on. I desire the better life. Desiring it doesn't just bring it. You cannot just desire it and stay there. It doesn't come like that. There has to be something done. And one of the first steps is the energy. If you don't have the energy to do it, there's going to be a problem. Because energy comes from one source, the one who created all things, which is God. Your identification of that, your awareness of the one who created everything, is the beginning of wisdom, is the beginning of knowledge, is the beginning of everything. Once you are aware that there is a power that rules the affairs of men, you have started your journey into the extraordinary life. Yeah, because that mindset makes you realize that you cannot just do it on your own if you're not strengthened from the inside. And you see, once that energy comes, your state of mind begins to change. But how do you change your state of mind? Because if your state doesn't change, nothing changes. Once you receive the energy, you change your state, you change your story, everything begins to turn around. You change your life. And so that's the point you must get to. After you have received power, the next thing is to change your state. Now, the state can be changed physically. The fastest way to change your state, one of the fastest ways to change your state is your physical body. Once you can train yourself and take it like a routine, a daily ritual of training yourself every day by physical exercise and all that good stuff, every day, before you know it becomes part of you. And as you keep doing it, your mind and your body begins to change. Once you can change your mind, the next thing is to change your mindset, your mental self. Yes, you change your mental self with the words that you tell yourself. Your transformational vocabulary has to change from I can't to I must. I can't to I will. Once you start changing your transformational vocabulary and start changing all these things, things begin to change. Your mindset begins to change. Your body begins to change. Another fast way to change your state is to change your focus. Because anywhere focus goes, attention goes. Anywhere focus goes, the power of God goes. Yeah, the power of God goes. You remember that scripture that says, ask and it shall be given unto you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and a door will be opened unto you. Matthew chapter 7. For anyone that asketh, receiveth. Anyone that seeketh, findeth. Anyone that knocketh, the door opens to him. That is how it is. Focus goes where energy goes. So once you seek, you will find. So once you seek, you started entering into the place of breakthrough. And what is breakthrough? Breakthrough is the moment in time when everything changes in your mind and you act on it. As everything is changing, you act on it. So as you're changing your mindset through focus, everything begins to change. And as your mind is changing, your body is changing, your focus has changed, and you have a focus, the next thing, your story begins to change. Once you change your mind and change your story, story, what I mean by story is the limiting beliefs we tell ourselves. Oh, our father did not make it, or our father, everybody in our family dies at a particular age, so we too should get prepared to die. That is a story we tell ourselves. And these stories are fake until we make them real. They are the beliefs. They are not experimented yet. When you begin to believe all these stories, they begin to become real to you. If you believe that nobody in your family can build a mansion, everybody builds a duplex, and so that is how it is. Because you have given your mind that story, your mind takes that story, and the subconscious does not take a joke. And before you know, you start living in that story. So you must change your story also. You must. Because the story is the sets of belief that we have kept per time. What are those steps of belief that you have kept that are keeping you stuck? Because most people are actually stuck. They feel, oh, I cannot get out of this problem. And so you see them in that particular problem. And most of the time, the reason why we feel stuck is because, one, we feel that the problem is permanent. Anytime you feel a problem is permanent, you're stuck. And once you're stuck in your mind, you're stuck in your story. And once you're stuck in your story, it becomes reality. That's why you see a lot of people, they become failures and they keep remaining failures because they are stuck. And one of the ways they are stuck is because they believe that the problem is permanent. So never you believe that problem is permanent. Never you ever believe. That thing you're going through, it will come to pass. It will pass away. You will rise again. You will rise again. Have that strong faith and have that belief. Don't ever feel you're stuck. Another thing that makes people feel they're stuck is when they feel that their problem is personal. Oh, I am going through this. I'm the only one that's going through this hard time. I'm the only one that is going through this hardship. You are not the only one going through it. There is nothing that is new under the sun. Anything you're going through, somebody else has gone through it. And so don't feel stuck because of a problem. Any problem you're going through, God has 101 ways to solve them for you. Always remember this. No matter the problem you're going through, there is a solution waiting to get that problem settled. And so stay strong. Don't think that that problem is personal. Because when you think that problem is personal, you feel stuck. You need to come out from that stuck situation in your mind. You need to come out from that stuck behavior. You need to come out from that stuck mentality. And how do you do it? You take massive action. The things that will make you do the opposite of them. The things that make you stuck, do the opposite of them. And begin to take massive action and begin to do it. Another thing that people think when they are stuck is that they think that the problem is pervasive, meaning it will never stop. There is no problem that cannot stop. There is nothing. Everything in life is like gravity. It goes up, it comes down. Anything that goes up must come down. Yeah. So don't think that the problem is going to recur. You can put an end to that problem now. The reason why you're still seeing it and you feel that way is because you're stuck. But once you realize that you can come above that situation begins to vanish. There is nothing that will not vanish. Problems will vanish. So don't think that you are going through the worst case scenario. No, you might be going through that stuff, but it will not come to stay. It has not come to stay. And so what do? You begin to change your philosophy. Philosophy is a set of things we tell ourselves that make us feel like what we are telling ourselves is okay. You know, there's a way you tell yourself something and you believe that thing, and before you know it becomes a philosophy for you. One of the things that affects our belief is our philosophy. And once we hold on to a philosophy that is passed on to us, and even if it did not work for others, because we are holding on to it, it will not also work for us. So we must change our philosophy also. You must change how you think about things. You must change how you reason. Not like, I remember when I was growing up, I used to think everybody that had money went through a ritual situation. And ritualists, they are bad people. No. And so I grew up thinking that was how life was. Anybody that makes money is a ritualist. But the truth is that, no, there are still people that made money legitimately, and right now they are even more better than those people that made it illegitimately. So because I fed myself with that story, it stuck to me, and I believed it, and I was stuck with that belief. And so because I was stuck with that belief, I thought in me that it's only when you do bad stuff, that is when you make good money. But the word of God taught me a lot, that right now I know that there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And so you don't have to go that route. You don't. When you change your sets of belief, I changed my sets of belief, and I realized that God still had men who can work with their hands and receive a reward for it. And immediately I started believing it. Immediately I started changing my philosophy. Immediately I started seeing things the way they're supposed to be. Everything started working for me. And that's where I want to take you to, that as you are, everybody is a leader. No leader was born a leader. They were made. And so as a leader, you have 3 mandates. And this mandate is 1, you must see things as they are. Don't see things worse than they are. Most people, when they see things, just like I said, they become stuck because they believe their problem is permanent. It's personal, it's pervasive. So they begin to magnify it. As a good leader, see things the way they are. The moment you start seeing things the way they are, you begin to look at the future of those things. And when you begin to look at the future of those things, as a good leader, you begin to see how they are supposed to be. The moment you start seeing how they are supposed to be, you are creating a vision for it. And the third thing is, what do good leaders do? Once they create a vision for it, they work towards the vision. They work towards the vision that they saw. So a good leader would see the vision, they will see the problems the way they are, see the things the way they are, not worse than the way they are. A good leader will now create a vision of what they are seeing, of how they want it to be. And the third thing the good leader will do is to act on what they have seen. Work on it. Have a massive action plan to ensure that that thing that they have seen, that vision comes to pass. So we must create a seeable future and begin to map out an action plan to ensure that that vision comes to pass. That is how you must work. That is how you must see life. The moment you start seeing life like that, the glory of God will begin to manifest upon your life. Because that is what God has called us to. He has called us into glory, manifestation of his glory, manifestation of his power. And if you do these things that I've told you, your life will never remain the same. If you have any comments concerning what I've just told you, I want you to write it down in the comment section. And if you have anything to let me know and it is troubling you concerning what I've just said, because you must manifest the glory of God, you can DM me or chat me. Make sure you subscribe to this channel also and invite your friends and family members to subscribe because it will help them. This is not the time for us to remain where we are. You must rise above where you are, and you must take massive action, because massive action is the cure for all. I'll see you next time. I believe this video must have really touched your life, but I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.